Right lads, it's Mike. I'm going to do a quick video on sweat vests just because it's something I've spoke about last couple of weeks, and I think it's something that you could find quite useful. So sweat vests been around for years, whether it's using bin bags or the more modern versions or just wearing loads of layers, and they claim to have a bit of science behind them, but there's not a lot of research that I could find. There is one study which was done at Salford University round the corner, which I was lucky enough to be a participant in. So what they did was got people to run at 6 miles per hour on a treadmill with or without the sweat vest, and they found that the sweat vest allowed you to expend more energy compared to not wearing a sweat vest. However, when we look at the data a little bit more closely, we can see that that difference is not a lot at all. It's only about 1 calorie difference per minute. So put that in context, over a 60-minute training session, that's about 60 calories. Now the authors showed how little of an effect that was. In their summary, they showed that the 7% increase in energy expenditure was only a little bit more than if you was to drink coffee a couple of times a day. So for me, weight loss shouldn't be coming from sweat vest. It should be going back to basics and looking at calorie input and calorie output. So how much are you eating compared to how much are you burning off? So again, let's put that into context. What does 60 calories look like? Now, it is the difference between a slice of bread, a Jaffa cake, or maybe a little bit more as a banana, and there's a couple more examples there as well. Another thing that was noted in the study was that the difficulty increased once wearing the sweat vest. So it's gone from maybe a green moderate or yellow vigorous at most when you weren't wearing a sweat vest, and then when you put the sweat vest on, the difficulty went to very hard in the orange zone there. So you're just making life more difficult for yourself when you're training. What should be fast explosive movements now becomes quite slow. So if you're looking at how you perform in boxing and how you want to train, it's quick explosive movements. You need to be punching hard, you need to be producing high intensity efforts over and over again, and you're going to be experiencing some very high heart rates. So if we are looking at training in a sweat vest, I don't think it's going to allow you to hit the intensities that you'd like to in a training session, and I believe that will transfer to poor performance in your fights. Last thing I wanted to talk about was dehydration. Now, in my experience, athletes rarely replenish the fluids sufficiently. So if you're wearing a sweat vest, you're going to be sweating more, and the likelihood is you're going to be going from day-to-day training sessions in a dehydrated state. Now, this is just one stat here, but there is loads of evidence for this, how dehydration can affect your performance. So overall, in summary, looking at wearing a sweat vest, and it's the trade-off between, do you want to be going through the effort of making your sessions tougher, or just want to eat one less hobnob each day? Now, if you are going to wear a sweat vest, then make sure you are rehydrating sufficiently, and it's about one for every pound of weight you lose from a training session, you need to be drinking about 450 mils of water after your training session to replenish. That's everything from me. If you have any questions, then just ask. Cheers.